Yeah.
Who starts a makeup review video with a full face of makeup? I do, specifically because although this product we're going to be trying out is not a new product, it is a product you're supposed to use after you finish your makeup. Okay, I didn't really hear a lot of people talking about this product, specifically dark skin girlies. So I just knew that I needed to get my hands on this product so I can show you what they look like on dark skin. Now, the question of whether or not they're going to look good and whether or not I will recommend that you pick it up is a different question altogether. Okay, so if you want to see what product I'm talking about, and if you want to know whether it's worth your coins and also what it looks like on dark skin, then keep on watching. If you're new to my channel, my name is Ohemaa. Welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, hey. Also, yes. Okay, yes, my voice is gone. It feels like every time I leave the house, my voice completely disappears on me. I don't like it. This is almost the last bit of my LA Girl setting spray. But I needed to set my face, that way I can know that my base is finished and we can jump into the review of this specific product. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Instant Brightening and Blurring Powders. Now, these products were launched a while ago and I didn't actually get my hands on it. I ordered it during the 30% off Fenty sale, but it never arrived. My order got canceled along with a few other products that I bought. Now, we got the two deepest shades, shade number 6, which is pumpkin, and shade number 5, which is cinnamon. But before we jump into me showing you what these look like, let me tell you a little bit about these products. Now, according to the Fenty website, the Bright Fix Instant Blurring and Brightening Powders, obviously, like the name says, will blur your skin, will brighten your skin, and give you an air soft look. It's ultra fine. It locks in makeup on your under eyes and in targeted areas. It's sweat resistant, humidity resistant, transfer and fade resistant, and it also does not crease. It's claiming a lot. Okay, it's claiming a lot. It says that it extends the wear of your foundation and your concealer, which I find very interesting because when you click down on the how to use product, it tells you that for larger areas you should use the Invisimatte instead of the Bright Fix, which tells me that the Bright Fix was specifically designed to only be used on your under eyes and in your T-zones where you need to get that extra brightening effect. It is not a blotting powder for your entire face. It is not a powder to set your foundation in place. So the claim that it's supposed to help extend the life of your foundation seems to be a little bit far-fetched. They should have just said that it extends the life of your concealer and helps your under eyes look bright, airbrushed, beautiful, bright, and flawless. Okay, so if you need to know how to use this product compared to the Invisimatte is for your whole entire face to give you a mattified look after you finish your makeup, before you set your makeup, and also throughout the day to just take the oily look away from your face. And the Bright Fix is only for brightening your under eyes and your forehead and maybe like your nose and a little bit of your chin. It's not a product to be used as a blotting powder. It's only to be used as a brightening under eye type of a product, okay? There are 6 of these Bright Fix powders, with one of them being a lavender and the other one being like a pinkish powder, if I'm not mistaken. Right now it's retailing on the Fenty website for $26.60. Everywhere else it's retailing for $38. Of course, when you pick it up, this is what you're going to see, the classic black and white Fenty box. And when you take it out of the box, it says, I hope you can see it, it says Bright on the top, and in the back it tells you the name of the product and the number of the product. Also, the color is on the back label as well. I'm just surprised I didn't hear a lot of people talking about this product, so I'm very interested in seeing what it looks like. Okay, now when you open it, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. This is shade number 6 and this is pumpkin, a powder puff. It comes with a little powder puff, and I will use my fingers to swatch this on the back of my hand. This has to be the most orange powder I have ever seen in my days of doing makeup, okay? The question is, what does it actually realistically look like on dark skin? Is this gonna look good? I wanna know. The second shade I picked up is the cinnamon shade. Okay, I picked the cinnamon because I didn't know what pumpkin was going to end up looking like on my skin. If it was a little bit too orange, I wanted to go with something in between. That's why I picked up this shade. Let me show you. Okay, this is what pumpkin looks like in the packaging. And this is what cinnamon looks like swatched on the back of my hand. Now, based on these colors, I immediately think that cinnamon is going to be the shade that I use to brighten my under eyes. This one will be very, very, very orange on me. But I want to see what it looks like. I also think I can use pumpkin as a color correcting type of a situation on days that I'm not wearing any makeup. Now, because of the description of this specific product, I know that it's not going to be a product that I can use as a means to set my concealer because of the pigment in it. If I use this to set my concealer, it will definitely change the tone of my concealer, and I don't want that. I can show you what I mean. Like, for example, this is the Fenty Pro Filter Concealer. Okay, so this is Pro Filter blended in on the back of my hand, and I am going to take a little bit of pumpkin to try to set Pro Filter, and this is why you cannot use the Bright Fix to like as a setting powder because it puts too much color onto your concealer. If there's a specific way that you want your concealer to come out and you use this product, it will absolutely change the color of your concealer. Okay, let's see what cinnamon looks like on a regular concealer. As you can see, cinnamon is also a brightening shade, and it will also change the tone of whatever you put it on. They are very, very pigmented. I'm a little bit scared because of how pigmented they are. I am somebody who has trust issues when it comes to certain powders, especially setting powders or finishing powders or powders that have too much color in them, because I know that as a dark-skinned girly, your makeup can look flawless AF, but the wrong setting powder will ruin it instantaneously, okay? So pray for me. I'm a bit scared. The actual powders are very airy, soft. Like, it moves very effortlessly under my finger. It's not too hard to where you need to dig into it to get it to show up. So whether you're using the powder puff or a brush, I would suggest just tapping into it before applying it. If you try to drag around with your applicator, you're probably going to end up putting too much on your skin, especially if you're using the shade pumpkin. Pumpkin and cinnamon are geared towards deep skin tones, which is why I picked both of them up. I am going to go in with pumpkin. I am scared. I have trust issues when it comes to powders with this much pigment in them. So I'm going to be using a small blending brush with this. Listen, you just have to tap into it and it picks up so much powder. There's so much kickback product in the pan. Definitely get rid of the excess. Okay, I'm using pumpkin on the right side of my face, and I will do the inner corner and directly under the eye. I just want to see what I get. Oh, it is very orange. I'm so scared right now. I think my confidence has now been increased. So you see me not patting off the excess anymore. My confidence is increased. I'm not even patting off the excess anymore. But I also don't want to overdo it because it's very easy for me to overdo powders. So we'll just leave it at this, and I'll just blend it in so that it looks beautiful and seamless into the skin. Do you see a difference? Think I see a difference? My under eyes is more matte. This is nice. I don't know what I was expecting because I have never seen a powder this orange. And I have a lot of powders from like stage makeup companies, and I have never seen a powder this orange. And this is what it looks like. It does not look bad at all. Like, from my skin tone, this is very brightening for my skin tone. I'm looking close to like the UK girlies. I didn't know what to expect, but this is definitely not what I was expecting, okay? This is not it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna add any more, okay? I'm just gonna leave it as is. And now I'm gonna go in with cinnamon. But because of what pumpkin looks like, I'm afraid cinnamon is gonna give me too bright of an under eye. If it doesn't come out okay, I will just put some pumpkin over it, okay? So I'm tapping into pumpkin. We'll get rid of the excess, and I'm just gonna pat. Okay, my first light layer, and this is what it's looking like. I am scared, okay? Round two, get rid of the excess, and then, okay, this is what it's looking like. This is what it looks like with my second layer. Which side are you loving right now? Cinnamon or pumpkin? I feel like pumpkin is more noticeable on my face. It is very, very, very orange. Cinnamon seems to be disappearing into my skin a lot more. Which one do you choose? Because as a stan, which side do you like better? Pumpkin, which is the more very orange powder on the market, or cinnamon, which is like a brightening, like a regular brightening powder. I really am loving what pumpkin is looking like, but that's personal preference. The question is, which side do you like? I cannot choose, honey. I love them both. That's the reason why I picked up both, because I really could not decide when I was buying it which one I wanted more of or which shade I wanted. So I picked up both just to help me figure out the best one for deep skin, because they're both classified as deep. I'm gonna pack on a little bit more of cinnamon to see if that does anything, to see if it's gonna help decide, but it's probably not gonna help me decide at all. I really didn't think I would have this problem. That's what I thought was gonna happen. Okay, cinnamon is cute. This is hard. This is so hard. I didn't know that I was gonna come here and give you like more problems. I like pumpkin. If I could only pick up one, I would pick up pumpkin. I know what can help us decide. I'm going to look at this in natural light. Okay, this is what it looks like in natural light. I didn't want to stand like directly in front of the sun because it's intense. It's about to go down, but then again, so is the light in my studio. This is what it looks like in natural light, or in the sunlight, let me say. Which side do you like better? Like, this is direct sunlight. For lack of, I went from direct light exposure in my studio to direct light exposure from the sun. This is what it looks like. Cinnamon, pumpkin. Okay, let's look at it outside of the direct sun. That's what it looks like outside of direct sun, but also like standing in front of the window. Pumpkin, cinnamon. I don't know which side I like still. I have to see it because I'm using the back camera so I can't see it. Natural light didn't help. I am still lost. I prefer the pumpkin side over the cinnamon side, but I have both, so I'm going to keep both. The pumpkin definitely gives me a richer, more dramatic look to the face, and the pumpkin, in my opinion, gives me a more natural, subtle brightness to the under eyes. I know, it's very odd for me to say that the deeper version has given me that more dramatic look, but it really is. Let me know down below in the comments which side you like better, pumpkin or cinnamon. Which do you think is going to be your I want to impress everybody night out type of a finishing powder, and which one is going to be your subtle I'm just here for the vibes type of a finishing powder? Both of them are classified as deep, so you know, we'll go with it. Okay, so we'll go with it. These are the only two shades that I feel pertain to my skin tone. Anything else, it's too light and it's going to be out of my range, so I'm not even going to take a look at them. But yeah, let me know down below in the comments if you saw these powders, and of course which shades you decided to pick up. If this video helps you decide on which shade to pick up, definitely leave me a thumbs up and a comment down below. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe down below so you don't miss any future uploads from me. Thank you so much for watching. Love you lots, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.